Gold, silver, and the mining sector. Very big down bar today. Stock market holding base, but maybe we're getting ready for that another leg down. This is a short-term market update. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So make sure you grab free access to that trading course below if you need help. I'm giving away free access to that. Also, if you need one-on-one personal help, I'm running, you can book a coaching call with me, get 90% off, and then with that 90% off, I'm also giving away a $2,000 program for free with that as well too. So if you do need some help, guys, book a coaching call with me. Link below. A few things that I want to touch on. Firstly, guys, the first thing I want to touch on is the energy sector. Something I've been saying now for quite some time when looking at the energy sector is I've been saying, and looking at the oil market, is I've been saying we're probably going to start to see some movement on the downside. We're going to probably get a rejection there. So if I go to my USO period through here, I'm on my USO chart. Let me just take this off the screen here, right? So I did everything's working out the way that I was saying to you guys. Okay, so first I start off with the interest rates, then I'll get to the mining sector and all sort of the energy sector, and I'll get to the interest rates and so on and so forth as well too. So if we have a look at this through here, actually, if I let me bring up my trading view chart, and I bring up the oil market. This is something that, guys, I was saying, I was saying for you guys to get ready, right? I did this. Let me take all these moving averages off the screen here, right? There we go. This is exactly what I said what was likely to happen. Exactly what I said was likely to happen. We're likely to get a drop down, then we're likely to get a pullback, rejection off this level, and then now a drop down, and oil's coming back down hard, real hard. We're getting that, but then if I go back to the energy sector itself, then this is the energy sector, which is the XLE, and this is the same thing I've been saying with that as well too. I've been saying we've had too much of an up move, and then now we're probably likely to see a very strong, violent pullback because we've had so much of an up move. That's exactly what's been going on. And again, you guys have been following me now, you'd know that that's what I've been talking about there. A big thing I've been saying as well too is about with gold and silver is that that even though I do see some really significant up moves, the big picture over the next couple of years, I don't know when that's going to be, but right now the trend is your friend until the end. And if we have a look at what that trend is, as you can see how we have a high, a lower high, a lower high, and we have a strong moving average coming down. And this is where traders, you may hear me say this 1,000 times because it's the foundation of your success. What's the trend, and don't trade against it. So right now we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And also if we're using like a 52 moving average for like momentum, we have a strong momentum down, and look what's happened today. Very strong breakdown bar from there as well too. So we're continuing on this downside. Now I did a video, some of you guys are gonna say, oh, but John changes his mind. Yesterday's video was for the rest of this decade, guys, okay? When I say 10,000 gold, that's, I literally do mean 10,000 gold, but I don't know when that's gonna start. That could start the second half of this decade. That's another 2 or 3 years away, guys. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That was for big picture, and then this is for, and this is so it's big picture, small picture, small picture, big picture. Makes sense? So we have this high, lower high coming back down, and then a sideways movement there, from that there, and but then the trend is still down. Same for silver as well too. I've been saying the same thing for silver time and time again. I've been saying we don't want to fight this trend. Do not fight this trend because it is high, lower high. We have a low, lower low, and a lower high. And I said, and we've got a strong 52. And I said, these are the things I'll be looking for if it is going to start to turn bullish. But right now, I cannot be bullish because the trend is down. And now we're getting another big sell-off leg in the overall silver market as well too. So we continue to get all of that happening, and the GDX as well too continue to sell off in these markets. But the thing is, we are getting pretty long in the tooth of this downward leg. So I would expect some sort of a pullback soon out of these markets, but who knows? This could be a very strong leg down. I wouldn't be buying this market, and I wouldn't be trying to hope and pray that there's a bottom in the market, because why? because the trend is your friend until the end. And we have a low, lower low, lower high, low. Even if we did get a bounce, we could probably get something like that, and then it could get a rollover from there. Okay, so don't fight the market, guys. Okay, don't fight the market. And same for the SIL as well too. Now remember, guys, I did a video yesterday on gold, about gold going to 10,000 and digital dollar. That's big picture, okay, guys? Like, really keep that in mind. What I'm talking about right now is short-term technical analysis stuff that I've been talking about for quite some time. Don't mix them up. I'm probably going to get some bumblebees in the chat box saying, that's what they sound like to me anyway. So move down, and then we have a lower low, so low, lower low, lower high. So the trend is your friend until the end, right? And the good thing is we don't fight the market, just go with it. Just go with it. And if we go to have a look at the actual stock market itself. So let's go have a look at the stock market itself right now. So we're looking at the stock market here right now, and the interesting thing we're looking at here with the stock market is this could just be one overall pullback, okay? Because we're going through this phase, right? We have this move down, pullback, move down. This could just be some form of a pullback like this before we get something like that. Got a strong moving average. Remember I said before about oil and gold? Gold and silver, right? Is that if we are getting a pullback, doesn't mean the trend has changed, no. I actually have, for the S&P 500, my next major support level is actually down. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Yeah. So the next major support level is probably around about that 3,300 level. So we could quite possibly get something like this, and then a big breakout, and then another leg down out of the stock market. So I wouldn't want to be fighting it. Again, I'm just reading what the market's telling you, guys. Read what the market's telling you. Same for the Nasdaq as well too. We are getting this sort of thing. Let me take that off the screen there. We are getting this sort of small pullback through here, but again, this could just be a pullback, guys. I wouldn't be getting too excited about what happened today. Yeah, bit of a nothing burger, really. Volume was actually quite low today in a lot of the stocks, so we could just be getting this sideways range before we get another drop. That 10,000 level is definitely a key level of support for me on the Nasdaq. And the last thing I want to share with you guys is the interest rates. Interest rates continue to pull back, and this is what I've been saying for a long time. Is that interest rates are continuing to pull back very, very strongly, and I expect them to continue to see more and more and more of a pullback. So everything I've been talking about, how gold and silver have been continuing down, and we don't want to be fighting that. The oil, I've been talking about how the oil is going to get some more pullback. That's happened. The interest rates are going to start to pull back. That's happened. So a lot of these things are really starting to kick into play, and a lot of the things I've been saying is actually happening right now. So we're getting the pullback on the 10-year. 10 years down, that's at 3.7%. The 30-year as well too. Once again, the 30-year has given us that. It's given us this last hooray. As you can see, this is the false breakout here, right? So this is the false breakout here, and now it's actually broken back down. This is exactly what the oil market did. So let me show you this here. We go back to oil market. Was it oil, or was it something else? Well, maybe it was the USO. Let me go have a look at this one here. Yeah, it was the USO market. Yeah. So if I look at this one here, look at this. Right. So we had this sort of, and make that a bit thicker. Right. You can see how we had this break above this high here, and then we broke down, came back up, tested it as resistance, and now we're actually breaking back down again. So that's actually the false breakout move that's happening through there. So if I go back to the interest rates, once again, looking at the 30-year, go back to the weekly charts here. Let me just take all the trend lines off the screen here. Actually, you know what? I'll put that back on because you can see how that last significant high up there was where it actually rejected it, and now there's a real good probability we're going to start to pull back. Now, where's it going to pull back to? There's a long-term line that'll probably come into play real soon, and that'll be somewhere through here. Looking at the 30-year, and this is where we are heading into a recession. We may even be in a recession right now, but that's what I'm seeing there on the 30-year. We're probably going to pull back towards this longer level here to balance things out a bit. And looking at the 10-year, same sort of thing, right? If we're looking at some sort of levels, we can possibly look at something that's going on, possibly something through there. Yeah, possibly something through there. So we may even get a bit of a pullback down to here. But I do see this is over. This is a pullback in the interest rates, and then a continuation, a complete trend change for a long time. What I mean by that is that we've had this overall sort of stair-stepping phases in these markets like this, stair-stepping. Now we're probably going to start to do something like this coming into this decade. So that's what I'm seeing through there, traders, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.